Hi everybody, this is Wendy Pollock with Pollock Properties, powered by Keller Williams Experience, and I'm joined with Caitlin and Chris. They're the proud owners of Spira Farm in downtown Lemont. Thank you guys, we really appreciate it. So first and foremost, we're here to promote your grand opening.
Yeah, so we're going to be open on September 20th at 11 a.m. for the first time we'll have a storefront set up. And what we do here is we're going to have like a deli style setup where we can come in, we'll cut a fresh salad of microgreens for you, what I have behind me, as well as other products that we have within the community, such as like mushrooms and granola and a few other fun things too.
Now Caitlin, you've been in business for a while now. How many years?
I think two, right?
Two, but you're new to the storefront.
Yes.
Yes.
Brand new.
Absolutely. So it would be a miss if we don't start way back when. And I kind of joked with you that not all bad things came out of the pandemic.
Right.
There were some good, and
Yes.
one of the good was
Yeah, farming for us indoors.
business.
Yeah.
So tell me why first. Why microgreens? And Shan, if you can pan in, like let's just show people for what might not even know what a microgreen is. So start there, Chris. What's a microgreen?
Absolutely. So what we have in front of us is actually broccoli. Every single one of the stems you see is one broccoli plant. So there's hundreds of thousands of broccoli plants in one of these containers. And the main reason we do it is that when you eat it at this stage of its life, it's about 9 to 10 days old, it's up to 40 times more nutritious. So eating like 1 ounce of this broccoli is like eating 3 to 6 pounds of the adult broccoli. And why we got into this in the past is that we were first just trying to garden, and we live in a condo, so we wanted to have fresh product for us. We didn't want to buy produce. It was winter. We wanted to have fresh foods. It's way more nutritious than stuff that comes from out of state. We learned about microgreens, and then we started really diving into the benefits. We went down a rabbit hole. Like broccoli in particular, we learned that it has something called sulforaphane. It's amazing at fighting cancers. And all broccoli has it, but when you heat up adult broccoli, it loses all of it because sulforaphane is not heat tolerant. So with these guys, you have 23 to 51 times more sulforaphane than the adult, and you're not going to heat it up because these are tiny frail plants. It doesn't go very well. We cared about that a lot because we have cancer in my family. So when we discovered that fact, we really wanted to give that to our family. So we built one of these in our own home, and then it just kind of scaled into a full operation.
That's awesome. So it sprung from family, from your own needs, and then your family's needs, and then it became a business.
Yes.
Yeah. So during the pandemic, where were you doing so the storefront's new. So where was the business being housed out of?
Before we had a space in Orland Park at a family's house. They had just a huge amount of room unused, and we were initially just doing a little bit here and there, and then it kept growing, and then we.
You got so big, I heard they kicked you out.
Essentially, there's it turns out when you've got like a dehumidifier going, it's lights, and so much happening, and you need a controlled environment. Heats up the basement a lot.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So why the storefront? What does this give for you?
It gives us an opportunity to have more of the community engage with what we're doing, and it allows us to we've met a lot of vendors who are doing like different farmers markets, and we've learned in particular like mushrooms is one of the vendors we'll be working with, and the incredible health benefits of mushrooms. We want to continue bringing locally sourced foods to our community. And we thought was like one of the best ways to get it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So can I just walk into the store?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Can I buy online?
Yes, they can. So our core business is mostly online. We do free home deliveries to our community. Every single week we harvest all of this product here on Fridays. We deliver first thing Saturday morning to most cities. So we do it online or where we're going to have a storefront will be Tuesdays and Thursdays today. We'll probably add more days in as our bandwidth increases, but we'll be open like 11 to 5 every single week, Tuesday through Thursday. So you can get fresh salad or mushrooms or all the other products whenever you actually need to.
That's awesome. And so obviously it's really blossomed into more than you probably ever wildly imagined. What's on the forefront, Caitlin? Like what's to come next?
What is next? Next is just trying to get into more grocery stores and expand. Just continue to expand, but Lamont's home.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, and we are part of the online, so that was a little bit of a loaded question. And it's so cool. We're actually part of what they call the Adventurous Pack, so we never know what's going to show up, to be honest with you. So that's been really interesting to try things. I have to admit. So obviously they're nutrient dense and amazing for you, but how do you suggest using them? Let's give people ideas. So people are like, okay, that's awesome, but what does this look like?
To me, there's a has their preferences. Like I'm gonna eat my stuff different than you do. Some people put peas in their sandwiches, and we grow my green peas. Not my thing. But I love more of the mild products. Like broccoli this is broccoli because it tastes like broccoli. Or we have cabbages or kale. They're all very mild in flavor, so I love to put them in almost anything. Sandwiches, tacos, salads, wraps, smoothies. Especially smoothies is my big one. We grow radishes as well. I don't put radishes in a smoothie. They are spicy. Same with arugula or mustard. We grow those too. I would prefer my smoothies taste like mangoes or something like that. So I love the mild guys because you put them in anything. There's so much variety within them. But I also love the spice stuff for like sandwiches, like radishes in a sandwich, strange. Or in my burgers, or as a pizza topper. Like you can use it so differently and creatively than you would normal foods.
Absolutely, and that's what we've experimented with. You know what's awesome is just on steaks with a little bit of melted butter and then the microgreens right on top. It's delicious. Our breakfast sandwiches. I started putting it with the kids, and I'm not gonna lie. At first, they were like, "That's so funny." But honestly, and to your point, the more mild is super kid friendly. I have to admit that's, and on top of the just salads. I mean, that's our tacos. The cilantro is outstanding.
Yes.
Outstanding. So there's just a ton of variety and ways to use it. So, all right, remind us again so we can come down to the open house. When is it?
September 20th.
Awesome.
At 11 is when we open, correct?
Correct.
Yes,
11 to
11 to 7 p.m. on the grand opening day, but we're normal hours in the future, so the Wednesday after will be 11 to 5 at first, and we're probably going to change them. We're going to adapt to who's coming in, who's not.
yeah, awesome.
We'll see how it plays out.
Absolutely, and obviously you're on Facebook.
Yes.
So if they like and follow you on Facebook, and we'll make sure that we put the link below, and also the open house, so people can wander in. So when they wander in, you'll be able to give them a sample and go from there. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. That sounds. Okay, Chris, give us a tour.
Sure. Here is broccoli, and this is broccoli at about 8 days old. We always typically cut it around 9 to 10 days. So they've got about today's Wednesday. We cut it every single Friday. We plant them on the Monday before. They live most of their life actually in pure darkness. This is only the last third of a plant's life. It's true for most plants. And we grow so many different varieties, maybe 20 plus at this point. They all have very different techniques, but many of them are relatively similar. So for example, broccoli, 10 days. It's about 3 or 4 days in light. And you can kind of see right here, they look a little bit different. These are radishes, and they're spicy just like a radish as you expect. Even the purple ones are also radish down here too. They have 2 different breeds. They grow exactly the same as broccoli. They're typically in the life for only 3 to 4 days. We have also like a basic salad mix here, which is composed of 5 or 6 different products. It's like arugula, kohlrabi, kale, cabbage, and broccoli. All the plants look the same because they're in the same Brassica family. And so they typically all, like maybe some will have a slightly different leaf color, like cabbage is purple, which is kind of interesting and cool. But they all kind of grow the same, is the end all be all. Which is convenient for us, is we can put all of our seeds in one container and let them all grow at the same rate. Hiding over here, you might even see a little bit of the seeds on top, those black seeds. This is simply sunflower. Every single one of those stems would turn into the actual sunflower that you see. Incredibly delicious. They have like a juicy crunch like a lettuce in a salad, and a subtle sunflower seed flavoring. They're most famous for having full protein within them. Above here is actual peas. They look like sticks. They taste just like peas. It's a really weird sensation. You'll notice that they're a little bit thicker and hardier. We'll actually cut them up and cook with them often. Like I'll add it to scrambled eggs or stir fries and things like that. They got great carbs and protein in them. Outside of that, I've got a bad joke where like I will cut a bunch of them, I'll put it in a cup, and it's my pea cup, and I'll snack out of my pea cup. So they're great. Scooching over here, these guys look very similar to broccoli, but this is actually our spicy salad mix hiding over here. And you have to zoom in really close, but there's 6 different varieties in there. There's mustard, arugula, kohlrabi, kale, cabbage, and broccoli. And once again, unfortunately, because they're all in the same family, they look so identical. You have to really get in there and notice the difference. But it's a spice salad mix. It's got mustard and arugula, which is what makes it spicy, but it's more of like a peppery flavoring because 4 of the 6 plants are mild. So only 2 of them are actually spicy. Scooching over here, we've got beets, and these are some of the prettiest plants that we grow. They are great and well known for their antioxidants. We love to add them to smoothies or like as garnish in salad because they just look really cool. And above it we have kale. They look exactly like broccoli, and to be honest with you, at this point in life, they taste like broccoli, which is great because for someone like me, I could stick broccoli or kale in my sandwich, you won't even know that it's in there. Scooching over here, I'll swing over to this side, we have arugula, spicy like arugula. We've got some kale growing. We have some more spiced salad mix. This is a good example of cabbage here, very purple. It is within our mixes, but there's, it's only about 20% of what's in there, so you don't see as much of the purple available. And hiding over here, our final shelf, we have some of the more interesting things, some of the more flavorful things. We have cilantro growing up here. We've got basil growing up here. Here's nasturtium, incredibly spicy. Onion, this is parsley. We have basil, it's a little bit younger than the one we have here. At the very bottom, we have carrots, beets, more parsley, and nasturtium. So this is like the before and after. They take about 14 days to grow. So I think those are on about day 7, and these guys were maybe around day 12 or 13, something along those lines. So we grow about 20 different varieties of plants. We have tons that we don't have on here. We rotate things in. We even tried growing something like cantaloupe, and it's really strange to eat like a plant and it tastes just like a mountain. There's a lot of fun variety and tons of nutrition in all the microgreens. All right, so a lot of what we do at Spira Farms is we're focused on sustainability. So for example, our packaging here, it looks like plastic, it feels like plastic, it's made of corn. There's no plastic in anything we give. So all we provide to you is plant-based. Even the bags we have, it's made of sugarcane, it's made of corn. I don't recommend eating them. It's supposed to taste bad, but I never tried myself. But that's my one warning out.
Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Take care.